Ito ang Broad Stream Cast Communicators, ang naiiba at kakaibang plataporma sa digital broadcast. Mula Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao hanggang sa iba't ibang dako ng mundo. Broad Stream Cast Communicators, ang sandigan ng sambayanan mula sa walang labis at walang kulang na pagbabalita, paglilingkod, maglalahad ng mga mapagbuong komentaryo at usaping pambayan para sa kapakanan ng karamihan. Broad Stream Cast Communicators, tuwirang maglilingkod ngayon hanggang sa susunod na henerasyon. Buhay Online, Chikahan at kaalamang pangkabuhayan. Ating tunghayan, pakinggan at tuklasin ang mga pangyayari at kaganapan sa mundo ng online. Buhay Online, Chikahan at kaalamang pangkabuhayan. Alamin ang pinaka-latest trends mula sa trabaho at kung hanggang saan na ang narating ng teknolohiyang ito. At ngayon, narito na ang ating host, ang ating Techiemommy, si Jaye C. Bautista.
Hello, good morning. Happy Friday, everyone. Yes, it is Friday once again. I know, diba? Ang napakabilis ng oras, napakabilis ng panahon. Really, before we know it, Christmas is literally just around the corner. Christmas is already next week. Oh my goodness, diba? 8 days na lang. 8 days na lang ba, 7? Really, but time flies so fast, right? Talagang itong taon, 2 taon na to really went by so fast like that. 2020 and 2021. What happened to the time? What happened to our lives? Of course, we are still in the pandemic. Pero ngayon nga, resilient ang mga Filipino. We are living with it. We are living through it. And by God's grace, okay, we are all okay. At ayan po, lagi natin pinapasalamatan every time we wake up to a brand new day. Ay, maraming salamat at tayo nakakagising pa sa panibagong umaga. But anyway, welcome to Buhay Online. It's a Friday, yes. The whole week in retrospect, we were talking about, of course, the latest news and of course the same trends, the Omicron virus, kung ano na ba talaga, ito ba talaga ay deadly o ito ba talaga ay, we're saying that, you experience minor symptoms with Omicron. But the fact remains is it transmits very easily or mas mabilis siyang mag-transmit, ma-transfer rather. Yung Omicron virus, mabilis makahawa, pero yun na nga, for those, of course, people that have been vaccinated, that's actually an extra layer of protection. Lalo na ngayon, may mga naka-booster shot na mas protected kayo. It doesn't really mean that hindi na kayo magkakaroon, you won't contract the virus, but pwede ka pa rin mahawa, pero that's the thing, you recover easier, or mas madali kang gagaling, right? So, in connection to that, right, ano ba itong mga balita that I have for you, okay? Let's talk about, unahin po natin, sige, the local news, or the local technology, the local breakthroughs that we have in technology. Well, happy birthday pala. I think it's Manny Pacquiao's birthday. And also happy birthday to my cousin Winston Tan, who's from Hong Kong. Happy birthday to you, Winston. Happy birthday, Senator Manny Pacquiao. Ano ba yan? Senator Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao. Pacquiao, my gosh. Pacquiao is watermelon for our international audience. And also, happy birthday. I'd like to greet, I also want to greet Mr. excuse me, Mr. Bayani Bayani Soriano Jr., a happy 61st birthday. Happy 61st birthday to Bayani Soriano Jr. Um, Bayani Soriano Jr. And also, I'd like to also greet uh, his Olivia Soriano Mendoza. If you guys are watching, okay, so Olivia Soriano Mendoza, and happy birthday also to Bayani Soriano Jr. Okay, happy birthday, and okay, so we were talking about the Philippines. Of course, on Wednesday it was first report two cases of the highly mutated Omicron coronavirus variant was detected here in the Philippines. Pero yun po, one was a returning migrant Filipino worker, to review what we talked about this week, from Japan who arrived on December 1. Ano yan? OFW po, no? From Japan. The other one was a Nigerian who arrived on November 30 pa. Both are currently not showing, they were not showing symptoms, but the Filipino had a cold and cough when he arrived. Okay, so they are being monitored. So yan pa lang, dalawang cases pa lang po ang ating nakita na Omicron virus dito sa ating bansa. So at least, right, at least we are, patuloy pa rin bumababa naman ang infections, pero ang current dyan is yung situation din sa bagyo, sa nakadaang bagyo, na mayroong mga namatay, but a lot of people also were not able to work because of Oding, yung nasalanta ng bagyong Oding, yung mga ibang parts dito sa Pilipinas. But hold on a second, right? But it's now in the Visayas, and papaalis na po yung bagyo, right? Okay, so some news, of course, around the world. Ang Apple, sana lahat, itong sinasabi ko, sana all. Apple gives employees $1,000 for their work from home needs as office reopening gets delayed. Sana all, right? Sana talaga, like, but a lot of people are working from home nowadays. They've been working from home for almost 2 years. In some companies in the Philippines, of course, they gave their employees new laptops or their workstations. Sana rin binigyan ng allowance para pang tulong, pangbayad ng kuryente, tsaka ng internet, right? Because it actually saved a lot of money for companies that have their employees working from home. Bakit? Because nga, ang elektrisidad at saka internet nung empleyado ang gamit, right? So, mabuti naman tong Apple, alright? Originally planned to bring back its employees to its corporate campuses in Cupertino by February 1, 2022. But on December 15, the tech giant delayed the office return indefinitely due to the COVID-19 na bagong variant na Omicron. So naudlot, parang ganyan din, ba? Supposed to be mag-face-to-face classes na by next year, early next year. Pero because of this Omicron, baka urong na naman ulit. Muntik na, no? The announcement from Apple was sent out to employees in an email from CEO Tim Cook, where he also said the company is giving corporate and retail employees $1,000 bonus to spend on their work from home needs. Very good. Sana talaga all, right? Dapat ganyan, right? Hybrid work setup kasi ngayon nowadays no sa Amerika. In June of this year, Cook announced a hybrid work model where workers will be asked to return to the office 3 days a week and work from home the other 2. Yan dapat ang gagawin nila come February. But this setup was scheduled for September, then moved to October, January, and ayun na nga, February. Pero ngayon, undetermined na itong date kung kailan nila gagawin itong hybrid working. See, hindi totally back to the office. Hindi, itong sa atin nga dito sa Pilipinas, di ba? Social distancing and all that. Pero may mga empleyado na back to the office na. In fact, yun, yung aking pamangkin nagkaroon ng COVID because she was going to work, right? Nagka-carpool pa sila papunta ng trabaho. So, of course, obviously, we know that she contracted the virus from going outside to go to work, right? So, employees, however, pushed back against the hybrid model, itong sa Apple, asking for more flexible approach where those who want to work remotely can do so. So, yun din ang sabihin, yung mga gusto magtrabaho sa bahay, magtrabaho sa bahay. Sana bigyan ng ganun option. Sana lahat, right? Apple's remote location flexible work policy and the communication around it have already forced some of our colleagues to quit. Without the inclusivity that flexibility brings, many of us to feel we have to choose between either a combination of our families, our well-being, okay, and being empowered to do our best work or being a part of Apple. Ito ang sinabi ng letter galing mula sa mga empleyado. Okay? Mhm. So, all right. Apple's remote location flexible work policy uh, forced some of the people to quit. Okay? Ayaw nila to. Ayaw nila tong gantong uh, gantong pamamalakad ng pagtrabaho. But I think it's pretty good to have hybrid setup, especially we're still in the pandemic. Aside from delaying the return to offices, Apple has closed 3 retail stores in the United States and started requiring customers to wear masks inside stores again itong December. It's said to be due to the growing COVID-19 cases in the country again, diba? So madami na naman ang kaso ng ating sa Amerika. Kasi nga, naging complacent mga tao, kala nila pwede na silang mamuhay ng normal. Alright? Aside from the delaying return to offices, Apple has closed retail stores, right? And on December 15, the US logged 144,372 new COVID-19 infections. Ayan yan. Yan ang malungkot na balita doon, right? Exactly. Okay. Diba? The other day, I just said kanina that one of the 2 cases of the Omicron variant na nakita sa Pilipinas, one of them is a Nigerian, okay? So, 7 close contact of Nigerian Omicron variant case tests negative for COVID-19. Nag-contact tracing naman kaagad dito sa dalawang nakitaan ng Omicron, positive Omicron variant infection, which is yung isang Filipino OFW worker from Japan and itong Nigerian. Okay? The 7th close contact of the Nigerian national, who was among the first 2 cases of the Omicron variant in the Philippines, tested negative for COVID-19. Mabuti naman. Health Undersecretary Maria Rosario Vergeire confirmed that development in a message to reporters. All 7 contacts are negative. Very good. Last passenger of the 7 was located and test verified as negative. Very good. Earlier, the Department of Health had earlier said that 2 recent arrivals who tested positive for the Omicron variant, a 48-year-old returning overseas Filipino from Japan and the Nigerian, who arrived from Nigeria on November 30 via Oman Air with flight number WY843, had 8 close contacts on the plane in total. Okay? The returning OFW had 1 close contact who tested negative for the virus. So the Nigerian had 7 close contacts, earlier confirmed that 6 of them tested negative, while the test results of the 7 is still being verified as we speak. So magandang balita yan, yung mga nakasalamuha, yan ang word ni Sugar na aking colleague sa ESL, nitong Nigerian, all tested naman negative. Very good, okay? Alright, that's good to know, okay? Bakit hindi ko makita yung sarili ko dito sa, there you go, I got it. Okay, very good. Hello, Angelica Paz. Hello, good morning. Welcome to the show, Angelica. Happy Friday to you. And hello there, Sugar. Good morning, Sugar. Okay? Sugar, maraming salamat for joining me this morning. And I already greeted Bayani Soriano Jr. and Olivia Mercado, is it? Olivia Soriano Mercado. Happy birthday to Bayani Soriano Jr. Okay, on his 61st birthday, ulit ko. And of course, my cousin Winston, happy birthday to you, Winston. My cousin who lives in Hong Kong, right? Olivia Soriano Mendoza, kamusta ka? And sana makita ka namin dito palagi sa aming programa. Very good. Thank you so much. So, okay. So that's my news regarding Olivia Mendoza. Yeah, but on your message, and it was Olivia Soriano Mendoza. But okay, hello, Olivia Mendoza. Anyway, so yun yung balita ko tungkol dun sa dalawa na nahanap dito na positive for Omicron variant. Okay. Okay. In connection to that, okay, here's what you should know about those people traveling to New York. New York should know about COVID advisories in New York. If you're planning a visit to New York, ito po ang dapat nyong malaman, no? Sa mga gustong pumunta sa New York, all right? Here's what you need to know about COVID, okay? Advisories in New York, okay? New York City was hit hard, really, really hard by COVID-19. However, the city has reopened, okay? So pwede na pumunta sa New York with protocols in place, making it a great time to travel safely, okay? New York City was hit early and hard by COVID-19. However, the city has reopened with safety protocols in place. If you're planning a visit, here's everything you need to know to stay safe while traveling, including up-to-date information on health and safety protocols. Okay, ito po para sa mga gustong pumunta sa New York, okay? The key to New York City Pass was enforced starting last September 13. Residents and visitors older than 12 will need to show proof of at least one dose of a vaccine before entering indoor venues, including restaurants, fitness centers, museums, performing arts venues, and entertainment facilities. So in other words po, yung mga old 12 years old, older than 12 years old, bago sila makakain sa restaurant, makapasok, they have to show proof of at least one dose or isang unang injection ng bakuna, right? Doon sa mga fitness centers, restaurants, okay, performing arts venues or concert venues, and entertainment facilities. Accepted proof of vaccination includes the New York State Excelsior app, New York City COVID Safe app, and a photo or a hard copy of a Centers for Disease Control and Prevention vaccination card. So yun na nga, yung talagang vaccination card nyo, pwede na yung pakita as proof, all right? Fully vaccinated people do not have to wear face coverings indoors or outdoors, okay? Wow. So, fully vaccinated na mga tao ay hindi na kailangan to wear any face coverings. So, meaning, shh, you can hear our cat here. Lagi itong sumasali sa show. Stop it, okay, Shao? That's my son's cat. So sorry. But anyway, so they are not, okay? If you're fully vaccinated and you're going to go to New York, there's no need to wear a mask indoors or outdoors, with the exception of mandatory face coverings on mass transit, which is the public transportation, including the subway. But public officials strongly suggest mask wearing indoors because of the highly transmissible Delta variant. So yun pala, ano ba to? Conflicting. Sabi, yung public officials, sinasabi pala, talaga naman kasi, kailangan pa rin tayong mag-mask even if fully vaccinated na tayo. Tingnan nyo sa Taiwan, tingnan nyo sa Japan, right? Kahit mababa na yung infection, they still wear masks every day. We still have to practice the same health protocols because the virus is still there and we do not still know how to address this virus problem. In the meantime, what we of course do know what works is to wear a mask so it doesn't get transmitted to you, right? However, to attend a Broadway production, for example, like theater shows, proof of vaccination and a mask wearing are required. So pag manonood kayo ng Broadway play sa New York, kailangan pa rin dala-dala nyo yung vaccination card nyo and a face mask, okay? Kasi nga, theater yun sarado, right? Hindi alam na pag mag-usap-usap kayo, yung talsik ng laway naman ninyo, mahawa yun ng katabi nyo, right? It's important to remember that the situation is fluid and we recommend following the guidelines of the World Health Organization. Okay? All right? So, yun. Tama lang yun, right? Tama lang talaga. So, So naman, in France, regarding travel, okay, what does France's travel ban mean for UK holiday plans? All right. France has banned all non-essential travel from the UK. Oh my gosh. Starting on Friday night, today. We explain what it means if you have planned to visit over the festive period. What's happening in France? Well, okay. All tourist travel from the United Kingdom to France is off until further notice. Ayan. Lumalala na naman po kasi ang sitwasyon sa Europe. Okay? Sa America din, nagsispread na naman yung virus. Although open port pa rin ng America, it's still open for travel. Walang quarantine if you go to America. But we don't know in the coming days if that's still going to hold true. And I'm hoping, ano ba to? It's like a vicious cycle. Pag nakaano tayo ng forward, a few steps back na naman, dalian na naman. Because nga, pag bumababa na, binababa na rin natin yung guard natin. Like, we loosen our guard, we don't wear masks. We have to still wear masks kahit na bakunado na tayo at kahit na mababa na yung alert levels ng country nyo or wherever. At tingnan nyo nangyari sa Europe ngayon, see? So the UK, all tourist travel from UK to France is off until further notice. The ban takes effect at 11 p.m. on Friday. Today, okay? As of 11 p.m. tonight, or midnight in Paris, all tourism-based travel for UK citizens, including visits to family and friends in France, is off. Bawal na, off-limits ang mga taga-London sa Paris, France. Kasi nga, diba, nagkalat na ulit ngayon yung virus sa London. Ano na sila doon ulit? They're locked down, right? All tourism-based, okay? So, for now at least, right? UK people traveling to France is not allowed. French citizens, partners, and children are still allowed to travel to France for visits, okay? So what does this mean for Christmas season? Christmas and New Year's ski holiday plans have been thrown into disarray, and operators have been left scrambling to find alternative trips for British skiers who had hoped to visit the slopes in the next 2 weeks. The coming weeks are traditionally some of the busiest season and diba, of the year. So, apektuhan naman talaga yung mga nagtatravel papuntang France, lalo na yung mga taga-UK, okay? Crystal Ski, one of the biggest providers of skiing, okay? We're afraid that the French government has today announced a ban on UK travelers entering France. We'll be in contact with customers shortly. Nick Morgan, managing director of Les Ski, which has been operating chalets in the French Alps for 40 years, says guests should wait for a phone call to discuss their options. This is being done strictly in the date of departure order. So yan. So tinatanong ng mga tao, if I can't travel, will I get a refund? Those with package tours who bought flights and accommodation together are protected by ATOL, meaning you will get a full refund when the tour operator is forced to cancel. As happened previously, tour firms may ask customers to defer their booking, but you are in no obligation to do so. You can either ask for a refund or rebook your flight. Okay? Okay. So, sabi nito may nagtanong dito, no, regarding travel to any place, right? What if I book my own travel and accommodation, not through an agency? Those who book their own trips will be relying on the provider. Oh my God. Nahulog yung ilaw ko. Sorry. Oh my God. Oops. Okay, very good. Sorry. Those who book their own trips will be relying on the provider's terms and conditions. Most people will have booked flexible tickets and face having to reschedule their trips. EasyJet is offering free switches to alternative flights up until 2 hours before departure. Those booked to travel with Eurostar by 10th of January 2022 can rearrange their journey at any point before departure and won't have to pay any exchange fees. Those with hotel bookings need to check their terms and hope that cancellation is allowed. Airbnb customers will be relying on their host's chosen cancellation terms. Those canceling at the very last minute will often lose most, if not all, of their booking costs. But those with non-refundable ferry tickets will probably have to accept vouchers to rebook the trip. So, makakover ba ng travel insurance ito? Pag yung mga cancellations, a handful of insurers introduced COVID cover this year. And if you bought one of those policies, you should check its terms, okay? All right. Okay, so patuloy pa rin naapektuhan ang travel industry actually. Do you think you see the end of the travel firms? Okay. After 20 months of being closed due to the pandemic, itong sabi ng isang director ng SBIT, British tour company, this is yet another hammer blow to the industry. The UK government urgently needs to engage with industry leaders and introduce support measures immediately. Travel businesses have reported turnover at just 22% of pre-pandemic levels following 2 years of government-imposed restrictions, and consumer confidence in overseas travel has been hit very hard, right? Totoo naman. Okay, all right. So, in balita pong muli pa, all right, meron ditong medyo unnerving thing tungkol sa social media, all these mga Instagram, of course, Facebook, and TikTok. There's really, right now, this is being looked at as to how it affects the young people, right? Itong nangyari recently sa America, okay? Can I just, all right. This is very sad, okay? Schools step up security in response to threats on TikTok, all right? Alamin natin itong nangyari nito sa Amerika. For some reason talaga, sa Amerika, there's a lot of people who go berserk or because of, and then the things that they see on video games and they make it into real life, right? Minabaril yung mga kaklase, whatever. We'll say, let's find out what this is all about, okay? Okay, the schools step up security in response to threats on TikTok, okay? Itong picture na to, okay, tingnan niyo itong retrato na to. These are handwritten messages at the memorial site on that was last week. Okay, this is outside the Oxford High School in Oxford, Michigan. After a 15-year-old allegedly killed his 4 classmates, okay, and injured 7 others in a shooting inside the Northern Oakland County School, okay, last week. School officials around the country are planning to step up security. Bakit kasi nga 'di ba nakakapagdala ng mga guns and weapons ang mga estudyante sa Amerika? Ano ba 'yan? Hindi ba mga bawal dalhin, 'di ba? Pumapatay ng mga kaklase. Ano ba ito, right? It's really alarming. So, in response to social media warnings of violence, okay, the school officials around the country are planning to step up security in all the schools. The anonymous threats on TikTok had many educators on edge because these are circulating in the aftermath of a deadly school shooting in Michigan. Speaking of travel, yes, I am quite disappointed with Cebu Pacific's customer service. Ito sabi ni Miss Angelica Paz. I have been trying to get in touch with them for a month now because I cannot access my online account. So anong nangyari, Angelica? Did you book a flight that was canceled? Okay, let me read your. Okay, I can't access my online account with them. Only a bot replies through chat. Ayan ang nakakadismaya dyan di ba? Yung customer service dito sa ating bansa, especially yung mga bot na yan, hindi efficient yung AI sometimes. They do not have an email address nor a hotline number posted. I am to lodge a complaint against them. I have a travel fund kasi that I was supposed to book for a vacation next year. Seems like their customers are at their mercy. So what happened? So what is your dilemma? You cannot book or you cannot open your online account. So you can't book online. Is that it? They don't have a hotline, but they have a phone number. But then, see, when you call their phone, it's just an automated operator, right? Which is really annoying. Yan nga talaga po in lieu of people answering the phones, they're now automated. And it's more actually annoying to do that kaysa kung mausap sa totoong tao sa kabilang linya. Wala kang laban eh. Pag machine yung sumasagot, hindi mo naman pwedeng murahin yun dahil paulit-ulit lang siya, paulit-ulit. Kailangan ka mag-antay, right? So I hope that you are able to address your situation or your dilemma, Miss Angelica Paz, whatever it is, because from my reading what you posted, you need to talk to them regarding travel. Because you can't access your account, even a phone number. They removed it, even their phone number. That's so weird. Kaya nga, lalo na sa pandemic, kung kailan kailangan makontak, doon pa sila nagtanggal-tanggal ng mga information na yan. Parang today, I was so surprised because I was trying to transfer money like I always do every month to this account that I use for my Netflix. Kasi nga, I'm so jaded and I'm so biktima ng identity theft that I'm using somebody else's card to pay for my Netflix, but I just keep sending money there. But today, biglang, from last night pa, hindi na ako maka-transfer ng money dun sa bank account na yon. Or actually, wala na yung choice na, where, when you're trying to send money, whatever, online, I couldn't transfer money anymore to that account because the bank was not already a choice there to pay. So, paano nangyari yung bigla na nalis nila sa InstaPay? Anyway, I don't know what to do about that. But anyway, so Angelica, yeah, wala man lang email address. That's so weird, right? Cebu Pacific, my cousin works for Cebu Pacific, but he's retired. But please, Cebu Pacific, okay? Please, 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 take care of your customer service kasi ang dami-dami pa namang sumasakay sa inyo. Anyway, going back to the TikTok issue and the shooting, okay? Educators announced plans to increase security in response to the TikTok post's warning of shooting and bomb threats at schools, okay, around the country. Tong Friday, as officials assured parents the viral posts were not considered credible. The social media threats had many educators on edge as they circulated in the aftermath of a deadly shooting in Michigan, which has been followed by numerous copycat threats to schools everywhere. Sa Amerika, ganyan eh, parang sira ulo. Nagtitrend kahit na kalokohan, kahit na dangerous, biglang gaya-gaya na everybody. Okay? School officials in states including Arizona, Connecticut, Illinois, Montana, New York, and Pennsylvania said Thursday there would be an increased police presence because of the threats. The vague, anonymous posts circulating online warned that multiple schools would receive shooting and bomb threats. So, tinakot na itong mga eskwela na to. Baka mga terorista lang ito kaya. We are writing to inform you and not alarm you, Oak Park and River Forest, Illinois school administrators said in an email to the parents. We have been made aware of a nationwide viral TikTok trend about school shooting and bomb threats for every school in the United States, even elementary, on Friday, December 17th, which is today. The administrators said local police departments would increase their presence around schools out of an abundance of caution. In a statement on Twitter, TikTok said it was working with law enforcement to investigate. Di ba, isipin nyo na lang to, kahit na yung TikTok ginagamit sa gantong paraan, my gosh, right? At least a few districts announced plans to close school buildings on Friday, including Gilroy High School in Northern California. Gilroy police said they had found threats on social media not to be credible. But school officials said final exam scheduled for Friday. Madaling nilang sabihin yan. Madaling yung sabihin na ang social media post sa Facebook ay hindi credible. Kaya lang, paano nangyayari yun na, maraming na-influence ng other things because of what they see on social media? And how can you say that it's not credible or not effective? Yung effect ng social media to a certain kind of demographics or sa mga tao. Okay? So, this is talking about all right, how people believe what they hear or see online. And I think detrimental to the health talaga, yung masyado mga nakatutok palagi. And surfing all day long. Okay, so going back to this incident, okay, at least a few districts announced plans to close school buildings. Right, the Gilroy police said that they found threats on social media not to be credible, but school officials said final exams scheduled for Friday, the last day before winter. Making the decision to cancel classes has not been an easy one, sabi ng kanilang principal in a message sent to mga magulang, alright? The posts follow a disturbing trend that has had students, okay, acting out in response to social media challenges. So, ayun yan eh. Yung mga dating bucket challenge, yung mga TikTok challenge. In September kasi, students across the United States posted videos of themselves, very bad, vandalizing school bathrooms and stealing soap dispensers. So, pinagbaboy-baboy nila yung mga banyo, nag-drawing sila ng graffiti, right? This is as part of the Devious Licks Challenge. See? Ito mga kalokohang challenge na ginagawa dyan sa internet. Not necessarily TikTok, but yung nauna pa dati mga bucket challenge, naging mga death-defying challenge. Huwag naman ganun na nakakamatay, right? Baka yung challenge na yan, shoot your classmate challenge pa yan. At pumupunta ka sa eskwela at babarilin mo yung mga schoolmates mo. Tama ba yun? Right? In October, students were challenged to slap a teacher. Oh, ano ba naman yan? Diyos ko. Oh, ito ang challenge sa'yo. Sampalin mo yung teacher mo, right? Prompting the National Education Association to call on the leaders of Facebook, Twitter, and TikTok to intervene. Kasi nga, as much as sa inyo natututunan ng mga tao ng mga kabataan na sa TikTok, sa Facebook, sa Twitter, okay, na ito gawin niyo itong mga challenge na to. Kala nila kasi nakakatuwa eh. And sometimes the more daring the challenge, the better for them. Which is also have caused deaths, okay? Mga accidents dahil sa mga gusto nila mga death-defying na pictures na i-post, okay? The Michigan State Police, among law enforcement agencies, responded to the post, said in a statement Thursday it was unaware of any credible threats. Internet companies such as TikTok are generally exempt. They are exempt from liability under U.S. law for the material users posts on their networks. Kasi nga, bakit ganun? Hindi ba nila pwede i-censor? Kasi nga sa TikTok, anybody can join. Even kids are doing TikTok. But sometimes, it's like lewd dances or lewd actions. Pati yan, napapalagay sa TikTok. Dapat lang na meron din silang liability. Okay? Because internet companies such as TikTok are generally exempt from liability under U.S. law for the material users post on their networks, thanks in large part the legal safe harbor they are given by Section 230 of the 1996 Communications Decency Act. So, ang TikTok exempted dyan. It would be unlikely that TikTok would be liable if there were actually to be a shooting, said Jeff Kosel, who wrote a book about Section 230 and teaches cybersecurity law at the U.S. Naval Academy. Okay, even without 230, there are just a lot of barriers against being able to bring a cause of action against the medium on which a threat was posted. Okay? So, anong ibig sabihin? Si Jeff Kosef, who got a warning about the TikTok challenge, Thursday from his daughter's school district in Arlington, Virginia, said that doesn't mean TikTok can't do something about it. Talaga naman, okay? Because right now, fresh pa sa ating isip, okay? Yung mga nangyayari sa paligid at itong shooting na ito. Okay? They have a lot of flexibility to be doing the right thing and taking down harmful content. I am hopeful they are doing that. Kaya nga, hindi mo sila dapat i-exempt. Dapat ang TikTok mag-censor din ng mga videos na that are being done on their platform. See, sometimes there's mga lewd actions or the kids, they don't know how to stop or what to do na hindi nakaka-offend, right? The threats outraged educators around the country. Whether done as a joke or with malicious intent, it's unacceptable, okay? Kung pwede lang talaga, right? We know our school personnel will do everything in their power to keep our students safe. Officials with the Iowa State Education Association the Iowa Association of School Boards and School Administrators of Iowa, they agreed to this, that they said, whether done as a joke or with a malicious threat or intent, it's still unacceptable. Okay? All right. So with that said, all right, we end that news about the Oxford School. Let me just remove it from my head. Okay, now let's go to South Korea and its AI-powered facial recognition. Wow! Hindi lang facial recognition para kunan picture mo, but to track COVID-19 cases. Wow, remarkable. Technology is so amazing, don't you think? Right? Amazing talaga. Okay, tapos na tayo dito sa mga pagkain. Yesterday. Alright. Where is my... Hold on, please. Bear with me. Mamaya na itong English learning ulit. Okay. What am I looking for? What am I missing here? The South Korea COVID-19 news. Oh my gosh. There you go. Okay. So, on the news again today, okay, as an Inquirer, as this picture shows you, okay, let's talk about South Korea naman, okay? Look at this picture. South Korea to test AI-powered facial recognition to track COVID-19 cases. I think that's cool. I think all the airports need this, right? So let's talk about this. In Seoul, South Korea will soon roll out a pilot project to use artificial intelligence, or AI, facial recognition, and thousands of CCTV cameras to track the movement of people infected with the coronavirus, despite concerns about the invasion of privacy. Okay? The nationally funded project in Bucheon is one of the country's most densely populated cities on the outskirts of Seoul. And this is due to become operational in January. Okay? So, gagamit sila ng AI. Sabi ng South Korea, they will soon roll out a pilot project to use AI, okay? Facial recognition and thousands of CCTV cameras to track the movements of people. Gusto nilang i-monitor yung mga nagkasakit, okay? The nationally funded project in Bucheon, one of the country's most densely populated cities, on the outskirts of Seoul, is due to become operational in January too. Okay? So, mabubukas na rin sa mga kabataan to. Alright? Tapos, sabi nga nila, tignan nyo, sa elevator yan ng Korea. Kahit nasa labas na sila, they're still wearing masks. And rightfully so, right? We don't want to get infected. Bottom line, okay? The system uses AI, okay? Okay, this system uses AI algorithms and facial recognition technology to analyze footage gathered by more than 10,820 CCTVs. Okay? So, the system of AI algorithms with facial recognition technology to analyze footage gathered by more than 10,820 CCTV cameras and track in affected person's movements. Okay? So, paano daw yan? Yung CCTV camera and gusto nilang matrack yung kung sino yung mga COVID patients. Paano kaya gagawin yun, right? Okay, so CCTV cameras and track an infected person's movements, anyone they had close contact with, and whether they were wearing a mask according to a 110-page business plan from the city submitted to the Ministry of Science and ICT Information. Governments around the world have turned to new technologies and expanded legal powers to try to stem the tide of COVID-19 infections. China, Russia, India, Poland, and Japan, as well as several U.S. states, are among the governments to have rolled out or at least experimented with facial recognition systems for tracking COVID-19 patients, according to a March report by Columbia Law School in New York. Okay, do we understand it? Like, governments around the world have turned to new technologies and expanded legal powers to try to stem the tide of COVID-19. China, Russia, India, and Poland, and Japan, as well as several COVID-19 infections, okay? These are the small cases, okay? All right. Okay, so do you have any questions, please? Anyone who has questions, please feel free to send me your questions here on Broad Stream Cast Communicators, or through my messenger, or through my Facebook, or you may email me to suggestions and reactions and what have you. And my email address is jbautista.gmail.com, right? I will not give you my other company's email. This is my personal email that I just said. Okay, so please feel free to send me your questions, send your suggestions regarding topics that you want to talk about here in my show, in our show. Okay, so yung bagyo, uh, some areas are still under signal number 3, but that is being seen passing, going over to the Sulu Sea. All right, so all right, so there you go with those things. Classes were suspended because of the typhoon, right? But now, paalis na yung bagyo. Okay? Somebody asked again to review gadgets. Well, we will do that next week, okay? We will do that next week. We will review gadgets. We will review the latest things in technology next week naman po. Actually, I'm fixing po my calendar and my schedule for the new year. We will reformat it a little bit, and we will devote certain days of the week to talk about, let's say, education or online jobs, online life as far as jobs is concerned. And one day we can review gadgets. For example, Tuesday is a reviewing gadget day. Okay, so we will do that. We will fix our schedule programming. Okay, very good. So, in connection to what we were talking about all week, right, regarding online education, and I had panelists here, I had my colleagues here with me. I want to. There was a question, okay, about being an online English teacher, right? I had guests here. So, in order for you, okay, how can you embark on the online teaching bandwagon? My panelists gave their personal experiences about that. So we will continue that series on online work, online jobs next week, and specifically on the teaching online English. Somebody asked, how do you start to teach English from your home? Okay, we will answer that and talk about that. Uh, Actually, how can you teach online English anywhere? Okay, working from home, controlling your schedule, virtually meeting different people around the world. There are so many things to love about teaching English online from home. Uh, because it's not surprising that more and more ESL teachers have joined this growing field, and that job offers for online teachers are steadily increasing. Exactly, it's been actually increasing, and even a lot of careers have changed for some people. There are now online English teachers because, especially in this pandemic. So papag-usapan pa po natin mo yan more extensively next week. Sasagutin natin yung mga tanong na paano tayo magsimula magtrabaho online from the house, or what does it mean to teach English online from home? Is teaching English online difficult? Okay, we will answer all those questions next week. Okay? And we will have our guest panelists again, okay, from time to time, all right? Para tulungan tayo magbigay pa ng informasyon, okay? All right. Okay, Snapchat. If anybody knows about Snapchat, right? Okay. Okay, Snapchat po is another app that you put on the phone na it takes your videos. Bago nag-TikTok po, meron ng Snapchat, alright? Pero tingnan nyo, ang Snapchat ay lucrative din to because like TikTok is also now monetized. Like Facebook is monetized, social media, YouTube is monetized. Monetized meaning pwede po kayong kumita ng pera sa pag-TikTok, sa pag-vlog nyo, right? Okay, and Snapchat also the same. So let's look at what happened to Snapchat, all right? Okay, see, I'm just gonna grab it and show you, but let me remove this South Korea from my face. Okay, tapos na siya. Itong how to teach online English, we will tackle that next week. All right. Okay, these are done. So now we're talking about Snapchat. Okay, Snapchat. Hold on, I'm just gonna show you the news about it. Okay, please bear with me a little bit. A pace. Okay. Okay, let's see it. Look at it. Okay, I'm just gonna grab the image now. All right. Okay, there you go. Diba? Grabe, oh. Snapchat paid more than 250 million to creators this year. We're still in 2021, mind you, okay? So, yan, oh. My goodness. Snapchat paid more than $250 million to creators in its that use Snapchat. Okay, all right. Um, what happened to my news? What happened to my news? Okay. Creators on Snapchat made money in 2021. Okay. The social network revealed the amount paid to its users for creating content on Spotlight. The platform had pledged to pay $1 million a day to boost its tool designed to rival TikTok. Okay. So has the social network kept their promise? Well, it's quite an impressive sum that Snapchat has doled out to its creators. In all, more than 12,000 creators have received the equivalent of $250 million collectively, thanks to Spotlight. 1 year after its launch, even Spiegel's social network revealed. That's a pretty penny indeed, but it doesn't exactly correspond to the amount promised by the company. The platform committed itself to paying $1 million a day to creators to publish content on Spotlight, with its continuous flow of short videos inspired by TikTok. The strategy was designed to attract and win over internet users and counter the phenomenon that is the famous Chinese social network. In actual fact, the creators concerned received more than $20,000 on average each over the year for their content. Oh my gosh. Snapchat is continuing to put greater emphasis on its Spotlight tool, while TikTok continues to perform spectacularly, in part thanks to its exclusive content, such as the creation of a series especially designed for a social network. Snapchat is also refining its strategies. The social network will offer users a series starring Addison Rae, the influencer, discovered on TikTok. Recently, Snapchat announced it would pay up to $25,000 to creators for challenges on Spotlight. Okay? All right? Well, I hope, Miss Angelica, mabukas mo na yung iyong account sa Cebu Pacific. I mean, really, that's pabor to them. You're booking a flight. My goodness. Why don't they take care of their operations, right? Anyway, to build up its communication strategy, Snapchat has had a stable of choice influencers at hand. In addition to former TikTok star Addison Rae, the platform has announced a partnership with the reigning family of social networks, the Kardashians. Oh my gosh, see? So si Snapchat, kinuha niya si Addison Rae, kukunin pa yung Kardashians para sa kanilang app. Siyempre naman kasi competitive na yan sa TikTok. In the year ahead, we'll continue to offer a range of opportunities to meet the needs of creators as they entertain our community while growing their brand. And for our community, we'll continue to make it even easier to follow and view content from your favorite creators, whether that be on Spotlight, Stories, or Discover. Today, over 25 Spotlight creators are also syndicating their own shows on Discover, with more to launch in the coming months. Snap revealed this in its press release recently. Very good. Okay, so yeah. So yun na, yung chat, lucrative din. Nagbayad sila ng 250 million sa kanilang creators. So sige lang kayo sa pagka-create, right? Be creative creators, of course, right? So, on this note, okay, in retrospect, what we talked about this whole week, of course, yun pa rin, yung Omicron variant, yung nakita dalawa dito sa Philippines, pero wala pa namang yung mga tinest, yung mga contact tracing, none of the ones that they came in contact with have tested positive for the Omicron variant. So, and of course, face-to-face pilot schools are still ongoing. Wala po tayong balita na report regarding dun sa 2 weeks na ginawa itong face-to-face. Pero kasi what is true is talks about opening face-to-face, reopening the schools early part of next year. Pero sana hindi kumalat yung Omicron variant kasi umurong na naman yung desisyon na yan ng ating Pangulo. Okay, so once again, I'd like to greet happy birthday to Mr. Bayani Soriano Jr. and Miss Olive Mendoza. Hello, welcome po sa show. And happy birthday to my cousin Winston Tan. Happy birthday to you. And of course, maraming salamat po sa ating mga kaibigan at regulars who constantly watch us. Thank you so much for always being here. Ms. Angelica, I really truly appreciate your presence here every day. Thank you. And the Laka family, si Tita Agnes who always watches, Tita Heidi, si Dax kung nanonood kayo, because you said hindi nyo mahanap, but I know that Tita Agnes is always supporting. Maraming salamat. It's only a few more days before Christmas. 8 days, is it? Yeah. 8 days before Christmas, and hindi pa po ako nakakatapos mag-shopping at magbalot ng mga regalo. But thank you very much. And of course, it's Friday. Tomorrow, wala po tayo online sa Buhay Online because Monday to Friday lang po tayo. But of course, please also support all the other programs here at Broad Stream Cast Communicators. Okay? Nag 1 year na po kami. We're going into our 2nd year. Thank you so much. Salamat, Miss Angelica. That is what I'm here for po, to give information and to help regarding technology, of course, and everything else po na meron pong kaugnayan sa teknolohiya. Thank you very much. Happy birthday again, Winston Tan and Mr. Bayani Soriano Jr. Thank you very much for joining me. At sa palay ko pong sinasabi, at the end of the day, 3 things should remain in our lives, and that is to have faith, pananampalataya, hope, pag-asa, and love, pagmamahal para sa lahat. And of course, we always hope that tomorrow is going to be a brighter and better day for everyone. Have a good weekend. Have a safe weekend, everybody. No matter how you're spending your weekend, please remember that we still have to wear masks. Okay? Hindi pa po libre ang tayo sa virus na ito. Thank you very much. Have a good day, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your Friday and enjoy your weekend. Thank you. Maraming salamat.
Inyong natunghayan at napakinggan ang mga makabagong pamamaraan sa mundo ng online sa pamamagitan pa rin ng Broad Stream Cast Communicators. Hanggang sa muli, maraming salamat po.